Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lady Gabriella Shong. I am a second year student studying economics and film, and in today's video I'm going to be reading my personal statement that got me into some of the top schools in the UK. I got into civil engineering, architecture and architectural engineering at Imperial, Nottingham, Sheffield and Bath University. I also had an interview at UCL. Unfortunately I didn't get into UCL, but that was my fault. I missed my interview.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
I swear there's a good reason why I missed the interview. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be reading my personal statement and also giving you guys some of my top tips to apply to top schools in the UK. And yeah, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video, please like and share, all of that jazz. And let's get into the personal statement. Okay, I have my personal statement on my laptop over here, so I'm basically going to be reading off the screen. Therefore, if I'm not looking into the lens, that's because I'm trying to multitask right now. But yeah, this is my personal statement. I have not seen it in about 2 years, so yo, I don't know how. My writing has definitely improved, but yeah, this is it. Let's get into it. By experiencing the contrasting lifestyles of both Ghana and England, I am a rare witness to the low abundance of successful engineering in more and less developed countries. The branches of engineering, technology, architecture and design play pivotal roles to the economic and environmental functions of society. To me, engineering is a creative science compounded with depths of purpose which I strive to decipher and implement on a global scale. Studying physics and maths at A-level has introduced me to essential principles of successful design. By applying theories and skills to practical investigation such as bridge construction, I've learned the importance of sketch and the materials required for a successful structure. Photography A-level has developed my artistic and analysis skills. By taking masterclasses at Reading University and participating in competitions, I have developed the ability to analyse pedestrian interaction with design. I use this critical form of visual thinking when analysing structures or completing physics problems and shift my perspective to the finer details of a real-life context. By exploring sustainable engineering in my EPQ, I developed my understanding of conservation. My research on sustainable cities displayed the correlation between increasing population and the necessity of structure and energy conservation. Simultaneously, I learned about the influence of arts, culture and simplicity on social developments. For example, Michael Murphy's TED Talks displays how simply inversing indoor hallways outside is decreasing death rates in a South African hospital. To further understand the effects of sustainability, I analysed annual energy consumptions in London and Accra, Ghana. I was bewildered by the increase of pollutants in the contrasting cities despite this similar use of energy. To develop my research, I created a non-profit organisation, Green Ghana. I use sustainable approaches such as energy efficient lighting to actively observe the energy consumption in households across Accra, Ghana. My organisation has helped to develop 3 homes. Seeing my project unravel has been very rewarding. Reading 100 Years and 100 Designs also taught me about the importance of recognition in engineering. For example, Santiago Calatrava's work, A Turning Torso, was inspired by the basic elemental construction of a human spine. As an architecture participant at the UCL Summer School, I gained greater understanding to the importance of space and planning. I began to focus on how light, material and layout suited different contexts through visits to tourist attractions such as the London Eye. I developed a visual understanding of how people interact with the design, which I used to advance the realism of my observational sketches. Through a combined group project, Our London, I saw the integration of different blueprints, which developed my understanding of the various design perspectives of my peers. Chosen as one of 200 students to complete an architecture internship at a firm, I learnt about different aspects of the profession from planning to intricate design, such as airflow, lighting concentrations and space construction. By interacting with qualified architects and engineers, I discovered how both sectors work closely together. For example, the ability of a structure to withstand natural phenomena such as earthquakes is integral to the material and the 3-dimensional load support. From my observations of work, I discovered the process of design from modelling to precise calculations. As one of the few female participants at my local boxing gym, I have become a resilient individual. I do not only transfer my discipline into education, but also use my resilience to encourage more female boxers by independently promoting the club across the borough. I am indebted to not only create but advance the innovations of society. I aspire to develop communities on a global scale and to be a rare witness of intercontinental successful engineering. Wow, that was a lot. Yeah, that was my personal statement, and that was for architecture and civil engineering and architectural engineering in those schools I applied to. I'm gonna leave this in the description below so you can have, like, you know, you can look at it at your own pace and stuff, and, you know, really see what I did in there, because this might have been a little bit too fast. But now we're going to go into the top tips that I have for writing a good personal statement, so let's get into that. Okay, so my first tip is to avoid cliches. Everyone says this because it's so important to know. Don't be the person who's saying, ever since I was 5 years old, I was passionate about being an engineer, or ever since I was 10, I knew I wanted to be a doctor, or Martin Luther King once said this and that, and that's why I want to be a historian.
Why?
What? No, don't avoid being cliche. Quotes can sometimes be good, but honestly, a lot of the times they can be a bit of a grey area, because if you're using a very stereotypical quote that everyone else uses, it can be a bit like you're not original. So you really want to maintain your originality, and being cliche stops that immediately, especially when you're using this in your introduction paragraphs. You want to be specific about something that you've done in your life that links to the degree that you're applying to, okay? So in my essay, for example, I talked about growing up in Ghana and growing up in the UK and seeing the contrast between engineering and how that links to my passion for sustainable engineering. So it's all about being specific and being truthful. Oh my god.
A few moments later.
And being truthful about why you want to apply to this degree. Don't tell them what you think they want to hear. Tell them the reason why you really want to come to the school. My next tip is confidence. It's all about confidence. Boast in your application. It does not make you look cocky, it makes you look confident, it makes you look determined, it makes you look intellectual. It's so important. And one tip I have for boasting in your application is to say that you're the first, the best, or the only person to do something. Why does the school want you in comparison to someone else who just states that they've done an internship? If you were the first person to do the internship in your school, or if you were one of the only people to be chosen out of 50 applications to do this internship, that makes you look a lot better than just saying, oh, I did an internship, you know? So using those keywords, first, best, only, will really make your application stand out in comparison to everyone else who's applying and has done the same thing that you're saying that you have done. So being confident, boasting in your application, it's so important. My next tip is to know that the personal statement is not actually personal. They do not want to know about your deepest, darkest secrets. They just want to know what you've done in your personal life that specifically links to the course that you're applying for, okay? It doesn't have to be anything drastic, any life lesson that you learned from speaking to an old person. Like, it's all about what you've done in your personal life that links specifically to the course that you're applying for. Your personal statement essay should be 80% academic and 20% personal on average. My essay was probably 90% academic and 10% personal. Like, the only personal thing I talked about was boxing, and that was it. So always keep that in mind. It's not personal in the sense that you're talking about something that's happened in your life. It's personal in the sense that you're linking something in your personal life that's specific to the course that you're applying for. Also, just wanted to add to the topic of experiences, show, do not tell. Don't just tell them that you did an internship. Show them how your internship benefited you. Show them what knowledge you learned. Show them the skills you learned as well. Like, write down everything that this internship gave to you in comparison to before you had done it. You know, you don't simply want to tell them that, oh, I did an internship with so-and-so. You did an internship there, and as a result of the internship, you learned this, and that. And that's how you make your application more competitive and more engaging. My next tip is to think about the future when writing your personal statement essay. You might have an interview about the essay that you've written, and when you're applying to these top schools, trust me, they like to scrutinize everything you've written in your personal statement. So don't write things just because you think that's what they want to hear. Write things that you actually have done. Like, don't just say you read a book, because if you've read this book and you haven't actually read the book and you go to an interview and they ask you about the book, you're then going to be stuck there like, you're gonna have no idea what to say. So don't just say things that you think make you sound, you know, smart or like intelligent. Say things that you've actually done. And one tip I have to prepare for interviews is to print out your personal statement essay and actually go through every single sentence and write a question mark where you think a potential question might happen, and that will just make you more confident. That will make you critically analyze your personal statement, and you will be ready for any question that they throw at you. Also, if you have a counselor or a teacher who can interview you, then that'll be great. Give your personal statement essay to them and ask them to give you a mock interview to prepare you for any potential interviews that might happen. And that will just make you more prepared. That will make you less anxious about any interviews that you have. And yeah, that's just a very important thing to do in order to have a successful interview and personal statement. So yeah, that's the end of my YouTube video. I know it was a bit long, but if you got into this point, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 100 subscribers, like so close. It would mean so much to me if we can get to 100. I know right now college application season, university application season is on the way, and it's really hectic. The world is basically ending.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus!
But you know, we're in this together. Keep going. You can do it, okay? Just push through the last few months, and when your offers come in, it'll be so worth it, okay? All of these hours that you've been spending writing these statements, they will be worth it. So don't forget that. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, stay safe, stay healthy, continue to be happy. I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. Peace.